Because it's like, it's like, and it's interesting to have this, have the marathon happen when the expiration of the month is about being on time. And then you kind of like are reminded, like, that like, oh, sometimes there is like interference that you don't have control over. That and then it kind of, so I'll like let you guys have a second, kind of settle in, and I'll make a couple announcements. So today we are doing from 5:30 to 7, enhancing your spiritual practice with herbs with Hector, who is an herbalist. He is really knowledgeable. He's also studying to be a shaman. Like, he's in the last phase of that training. I think that training is like 10 years. He has to go to South America, and it's intense. So he's an interesting guy. Then on Saturday and Sunday, April 29th and 30th, we're doing a Reiki training with Brent Bevel, level 1 and 2. And then we'll have him come back and do master training. If you do level 1 and 2 Reiki, they want you to practice Reiki for about 6 months to a year before you do the master training. They want you to explore it. Then on May the 6th, we start the 75-hour Urban Sadhu Yoga teacher training. And if you want to do that, you can spend 5 weekends with me learning the express class. Come onto the hands and knees. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. Tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, coming into downward facing dog. Connect to your Ujjayi pranayama. Let's set a metronome for your breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha. Lift up at the pelvic floor. Keep that lift through the whole practice. If you don't want assist today, or you don't want any lotions or gels, raise a leg and down dog split. I won't touch you. Thank you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. You can put it down now. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat to the heels like a quick child's pose. Then lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Good. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Emmy, you're always so good. You get a chant book. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet hips width distance apart. Keep the hands 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Press the palms down. Let the head be heavy. So back of the neck long. And you can use blocks. You can set those blocks wherever you need them. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. So use blocks. Exhale, 4. That way your hands are grounded. 2. Exhale, 4. And you're supporting your upper back. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Soften the knees. Heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together in prayer. You can set on a block for this. So your feet are going to go all the way out to the edge of the mat. So your heels, if your heels are lifting up, take a blanket, put a blanket underneath your heels. Or set on a block. so that your heels aren't lifted. But I would say take your feet all the way out here, wider. You can't? Okay. So set on a block for that, so you're not struggling to stay on your tippy toes. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Then just gently place the hands on the floor. Come sit down. You can, if you have blocks underneath your seat, just move them to the side. Extend the legs out in front of you. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Exhale, place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. On the inhale, lift the left arm up. And exhale, twist over to the right. Bring the right hand behind you, look over the right shoulder. Pull your left toes back. So if your left leg is relaxed, engage your post-anterior chain of your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, extend the right leg. Inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Left foot on outside of right knee. Pull the right toes back. Lift the right arm up. And exhale, twist over to the left this time. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, come back to center line. And exhale, extend. Inhale, bend both the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet hips width distance apart, about 2 fists are the width of a block. And bring the hands behind you 6 to 8 inches with your fingers pointing toward the windows. Bring the chin into the chest. On the inhale, lift the hips into tabletop. Exhale, let the head go back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down. And you may want to come sit on a block or a blanket. Hello, how are you? It's good to see you. And this marathon, I mean, it's like, oh my God, because you are the one who's here always 20 minutes early. It's like this is really what the focus of the month is about. The exploration of the month is about you know, like that idea of time, and then when you see somebody who manages time so well, and then like something like is a hiccup, it kind of it's like it's interesting to look at and observe. Let's chant. We're going to chant from page 39 of the chant book. We're going to chant the exploration of the month 1.1, but then we're also going to flip over to page 43. Okay? And we're going to chant another sutra from the Yoga Sutras. So 3 ohms. So we'll do this as a call and response. Atta, atta, yoga, yoga, nushasanam, nushasanam, atta yoga, nushasanam, atta yoga, nushasanam. Together. Hatha Yoga Nushasanam. Now turn over to page 43. And we're going to chant the yamas. So 2.30 on page 43. Ahimsa, ahimsa, satya, satya, asteya, asteya, brahmacharya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, aparigraha, yamaha, yamaha, ahimsa, satya, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha, yamaha, aparigraha, yamaha, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. One time together. Ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha, yamaha. So this whole month we've been exploring this idea of time and atta, and atta means now. So now is an auspicious word. It means good luck, but it also has a kind of urgency to it, right? Now yoga, anushasanam, small details, shasanas, teachings. Now this is the time for the teachings of yoga as I've observed them, observing these tiny small details. And so time, obviously, Patanjali, because he starts the word with atta, and there's that urgency of time, he sees time as a commodity, right? Of something that is shared amongst us, and that you invest in and I invest in, and that it's important, it's valuable. And time is one of those things that we, as yogis, I've never really had somebody say to me, you know, time, when you're dealing with time and this commodity that you and I share together, that you have to also apply the yamas to that. Like somehow time, because it's, you know, you can't actually put it in a box and give it to somebody. It's slightly abstract. You know, we talk about all kinds of other things that you apply yamas to, these restrictions that Patanjali suggests, but we never talk about it with time. So if we flip over and we look at the list of yamas, ahimsa, not to violate. So when when people are like, as a yoga teacher, if I'm late to the class and starting the class, I'm violating your time. If I go over 30 minutes, I know that teacher, I've been in that class, a 30-minute class going over, I'm violating your time, right? If I'm violating your time and then somebody says, hey, you know, you're violating my time, usually I'm going to come up with some lie to try to cover the fact that I'm violating your time. So then I'm not truthful, right? And asteya, I'm stealing your time. Basically just stealing time from you, right? Brahmacharya is a little bit of an interesting one because brahmacharya he's referring to brahmacharya as a sexual restriction, but it does mean to control also. Brahmacharya means to control. So I should control my misuse of time so that I don't violate you. But most of all, I should be generous with it, parigraha. I should be generous with time as a yogi, right? I shouldn't grip it, hold on to it, grasp it, and cling to it. I should let it go when it's time to let go of it. So even this idea of time, we can look at the teachings of Patanjali and understand time through these restrictions that he talks about that yogis should be restricting in their lives so that you have a peaceful relationship with the other beings around you, right? So time, even though it's abstract, we can't put it in a box. It may even change from place to place because there's no real understanding of time. Like, anybody can change their clock. It still means something of value to both of us. And so think about that as we move through the class today and how the class is just structured to be efficient with the use of yours and my time. Close up your chant books. Place them to the side. Come stand up at the front of your mat into Tadasana mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves towards pubic bone. Gaze is at the horizon. And take a moment, bring the hands together in undulating mudra and set an intention for the practice today. Maybe having a better use and management of time. That's always a terrific one. And then exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana. Reconnect to your Ujjayi pranayama. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale, engage Mula Bandha if you forgot about it and let go of it. On the inhale, hook the thumbs in front of you. Raise your arms up alongside your ears and arch back. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward, sweep your arms behind your back, clasp your hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step the right foot back into a lunge and look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog, lift the hips. Inhale, come forward to a plank and look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank, and exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push the seat back to the heels, lift the knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lightly step the right foot forward in between the hands and look forward. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold over the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, stand up, straighten the legs and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten the arms and legs. Inhale, bend the knees, place hands down next to feet, step the left foot back into a long lunge. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Can you turn this down? Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lightly step the left foot forward, looking forward. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Tadasana mountain seat. Again, inhale, hook thumbs, reach up, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, sweep arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step the right foot back, look forward. Exhale, left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lightly step the right foot forward. Exhale, left foot meets right and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs and arch back. Exhale, reverse the flow of energy. Take the arms behind the back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, place hands down next to feet, step the left foot back. Exhale, right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to the heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. Inhale, lightly step the left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets the left and fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, then extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, hands down to the floor, blocks, step back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, warrior 1. So not a lunge, there you go. Exhale, hands down to the floor, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step, jump the feet in between the hands, your choice. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up, Utkatasana, awkward chair seat. Exhale, stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. Let's do that again. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Adva Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1, one breath. Exhale, hands down to the earth with control, Chaturanga. Remember, heels down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Renee, it's not a lunge. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down. Warrior 1. There you go. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel turns down, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, warrior 1. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look past the hands. Inhale, step, jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward chair. Exhale, come stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer at heart center, twist over to the right. Left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Now, try to keep the knees in line with each other and together. Awkward twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. Reach the arms up. Exhale, place the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer, twisting left. Right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Good. Keep pulling the right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to center, Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands on the earth, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Now inhale, soften your knees, heel toe your feet out, 2 fists. So you can put 2 fists in between your feet, side by side. That's the measurement of your inner hips. So, and the thing is about this is if you're not 2 fists, you really are off balance. So you want to make sure it's about 2 fists. Now, bend your knees, slide your index finger and your middle finger through your big toe and your second toe. So you only want to hold on to your big toe, not your second toe, just your in between your big toe and second toe. There you go. And then put your thumb right onto your big toenail. Then on your inhale, lift your head and chest, look forward, extend your legs, lift your sit bones up. Then exhale, fold forward, bend your elbows out to the side, and breathe into the back of the body. Because you're folding forward, you can't breathe into your belly. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. And inhale, soften your knees. Release your toes. Lift the front of your feet up. Slide your hands underneath your feet. Standing on your hands, so you want to bring your toes all the way to your wrist crease. Then once your hands are underneath your feet, inhale, lift your head and chest, look up at the windows. Lift your sit bones up, extend your legs. Put more weight into the front of your foot. Don't just hang out in the heel. Then exhale, fold forward, bend your elbows out to the side walls, but lift up in the sit bones. Here again, breathe into the back of your body. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, soften your knees. Keep your balance. Take your hands out from underneath your feet. Place your hands on the floor. Then heel toe your feet together till the big toes and heels touch. Exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, Utkatasana. Reach your torso up. And then exhale, come stand up, Tadasana, mountain seat. All right, everybody, turn over to the right side of the room. If you need, bring your blocks with you over to the right. Come stand in the middle of your mat and jump your feet wide apart. How wide? If you reach your arms out, your ankle bone should be underneath your wrist. Your body is a perfect measurement of itself for yourself. All right. Now, turn your right toes toward the mirrors, your left toes a little bit on a 10-degree angle. So there's an inward rotation of your left thigh. Reach your arms up to shoulder height. Then reach forward toward the mirrors. As you reach forward toward the mirrors with a straight right leg, not a bent right knee, Jason. Place your right hand on your right shin or a block behind your right foot. Lift your left arm up. Triangle Trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, press into your feet. Lift all the way up so the shoulders are over the hips. Then exhale, bend the right knee, warrior 2, and look at your right index finger. Now, if your right knee is in front of your right ankle, move your right foot forward, but leave your left foot where it is. Don't move your left foot. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, extend your right leg. Exhale, lower your arms. Rotate on your heels, turning your feet parallel. Then turn your left toes toward the windows. Your right toes in on a 10-degree angle. Okay, a little bit of inward rotation of the right thigh, not external rotation. Then inhale, lift the arms up to shoulder height. Now with a straight left leg, reach forward toward the windows, pull your right hip back, float your left hand down on your left shin. Right arm reaches up, triangle. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee, warrior 2. Good. Now check out the knee. If the knee's in front of the ankle, move the foot forward a little bit. Be a little more generous with your stance. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, extend. And then exhale, lower the arms and rotate on your heels, turning your feet parallel, facing the right side of the room. Check the feet out. Make sure they're like railroad tracks, if they're not turned in or out. Bring the hands to the waist, elbows pointed to the wall behind you. On your inhale, lift up and arch back. Move the pelvis slightly forward. Then exhale, fold forward. Place the hands on the floor blocks. Blocks are terrific for this if you can't reach the floor. Lift the head and chest. Look forward. Put a little more weight into the hands in the front of the foot. Then exhale, fold forward and walk the hands and the blocks back so the fingers are in line with the toes. And your arm is like a 90-degree angle, so the elbow and the wrist are in line with each other. If your head is on the floor and you wish to experience tripod headstand, be my guest. It's okay if you want to. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now if you're in tripod, try to straddle back out to where you were instead of falling down. So Renee, we're moving on. On your inhale, lift your head and chest, walk your hands forward. Exhale, bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointing up toward the ceiling. On the inhale, press into your feet, lift up and arch back a little bit. Yep. And then exhale, come back to center. All right. Clasp the hands together and a fist behind your back. On your inhale, lift up and arch back, moving your pelvis slightly forward. Then exhale, fold forward. And as you fold forward, bring your head in between your ankle bones. Lift your arms away from your body. Inhale. Exhale, 1. And you want to check your feet out. Make sure they're still parallel. Exhale, 2. Instead of turning out. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift up and arch back by pressing into your feet. Then exhale, come back to center, release your hands. One more variation of that. Bring your hands to your waist, elbows pointed to the wall behind you. On your inhale, lift up, arch back. Then exhale, fold forward, reach down, grab your big toes and yogi toe lock again. Here again, that makes it easier if those feet are parallel and not turning out. Then inhale, lift the head and chest, look forward, and then exhale, fold forward, bend the elbows out to the side walls, lift up in the sit bones. Use your upper arm, your back to actually pull you into a deeper fold. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Then exhale, release your toes. Place the fingers at the front cut edge of your yoga mat. Yeah. So your fingertips, your fingernails are right on the cut edge. Now look at the cut edge behind you. Bend your knees and jump your feet together, bringing your heels to the cut edge of the yoga mat behind you. Yeah. So your feet are going to come together. You're going to make one leg. Yeah. And your heels are touching the back cut edge. Your fingers are touching the front. If your knees are bending, please put your hands on blocks. So they're nothing but arm extensions. So, and you need to really have that ability to ground down in your hands and your feet for this. Now, everything's been kind of like toward the windows, toward the mirrors. Think about that. It's not really back and forth. Press into your hands. On your inhale, lift your right leg to the right side toward the mirrors. And as you lift your right leg up into the air, balance on your left foot and your hands. Exhale, 1. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Side leg lifts, A. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Now don't kick Sally in the head back here. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently lower your right foot next to the left. Yeah. Now put weight into your right foot and your hands. On your inhale, lift your left leg toward the windows. Exhale, 1. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently lower your left foot to the floor next to the right. Isn't that fun? Now, reach over with the first two fingers of your right hand. Grab your right big toe in yogi toe lock, holding onto the big toe. Yeah, you can put your right thumb right onto your big toenail. Now, you got to put more weight into your left hand and your left foot. Your right foot is going to become light. On your inhale, lift your right leg and arm right out to the right. And press down to lift up. Exhale, 1. Side leg lift B. Exhale, 2. Beach weather is right around the corner. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Hold onto the toe. Inhale. Exhale, gently lower your right foot and your hand down to the ground. All right. Now, put weight into your right hand and your right foot. Reach over with the first two fingers of your left hand. Grab your left big toe in yogi toe lock. On your inhale, lift your left leg out to the left by pressing down into your right foot and your right hand. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently lower your left foot and your left hand to the floor. Good. Now soften your knees. Roll one vertebrae at a time up to a standing position. And come back to the front of your yoga mat facing the windows. You can bring your blocks with you. I always love those. I always like doing those in the spring too. For some reason, that's a springtime asana. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a hug. Then exhale, open up the right knee. Place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh or on the left calf. Both are perfect. You don't have to put it in the thigh, but don't put it on the knee. Then bring the hands together in prayer. Find your balance. Find one spot that's not moving. On the inhale, lift the arms up toward the sky. Then exhale, allow your right forearm to come onto your right thigh with your right palm facing upward. On your inhale, lengthen through the left side of your body. On your exhale, side bend over to the right for bending tree. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the prayer hand together in prayer. Exhale, bring your prayer hand to heart center. Inhale, bring your right knee forward. Give your right knee a little hug. And then exhale, put your right foot on the floor next to the left. Good. On your inhale, bend your left knee into your chest. Give your left knee a hug. Then exhale, open up the left knee. Place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh or on the right calf, not on the knee joint. Then just bring the hand together in prayer. Just gaze at one spot that's not moving. Krishna is good. On your inhale, lift your arms overhead. Exhale, open up your arms. Let your left arm float down onto your left thigh. Inhale, lengthen through the right side of your body. Then exhale, side bend over to the left, stretching the right. Push your hip into me, Lily. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On your inhale, lift the torso up. Bring the prayer hand together overhead. Exhale, bring the prayer hand to heart center. Inhale, bring your left knee forward. Give your left knee a hug. And then exhale, place the left foot on the floor next to the right Tadasana Mountain Seat. Now, we're going to work a little bit on core strengthening, okay? So bring your hands to your hips. Now, bend your right knee into your chest like you're a drum majorette. Remember those days when you had drum majorettes that could really step that high? Then extend your leg out. Now, point your toes, but drop your right hip and stay. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, bend your right knee. Then exhale, place your right foot on the floor. Good. Switch sides. Bend your left knee into your chest. And then drop your left hip. Then extend and point your left foot. And try to keep your left leg lifted without leaning back. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. And then exhale, place the left foot on the floor next to the right, Tadasana. On your inhale, bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Extend the arms, Urdhva. Exhale, fold over the straight legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest, preparing. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga, your choice. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. Now this is a lunge, so you're not going to turn your left heel down. Exhale, drop down to your left knee. Move your left knee forward a little bit. We won't stay here for long. We're just getting into a twist. On your inhale, lift your torso up, bring your arms alongside your ears like a high lunge. Then exhale, bring the hands together and prayer twist over to the right, left armpit on the outside of the right thigh. Now, lift the left knee up, activating the post-anterior chain of the left leg. Or you can stay with the knee on the ground. It's okay. Exhale 1. Inhale. Good, everybody. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale, come back to center, place the hands on the floor, framing your right foot. If your left knee is down, lift your left knee up now. Shift weight into your right foot and your hands. On your inhale, lift your left foot off the floor, extending your right leg, standing split. You can use blocks for this. Exhale, fold forward and walk your hands back so your fingertips are in line with your toes. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now on your inhale, lift your head and chest. As you do, bend your left knee and open and stack your hips. Then exhale, bend both your knees, bring your left knee behind your right foot and sit down. You can always extend your left leg if you need to. On your inhale, lift your left arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the right. Nice deep twist here. Good. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Now look all the way back there. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. On your inhale, come back to center. And then exhale, counter twist. Twist over to the left. Keep the shoulders over the hips as you twist to the left. Then inhale, come back to center and set up for ankle to knee. So stack your right shin on top of the left. The right ankle's off the left knee. The left ankle's underneath the right knee. And the feet are going to dorsal flex. If that is difficult for you, you can keep the left leg extended. So that's the option. Just extend the left leg out and then bring your legs like a figure 4. So that ankle there and the knee opening up, and but dorsal flex the foot. Then lift the head and chest, and you can fold forward and hold on to the left foot. So it's a little hip opener here. And breathe. Inhale. Or Sally's doing also a really cool variation of it, setting up. Exhale 2. So Renee, you don't want to see the sole of the foot. That foot wants to go off. Yeah, so it's a little different from Padmasana. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Now on your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Now, bring your hands in front of you a little bit. Now, for those of you who had an extended leg, we're going into Gomukhasana, so you may need to set on a blanket for this. I would advise blankets over a block. because where we're going to go with it. So from fire log seat, lift your hips up a little bit and close your knees down like a pair of scissors closing down. So your right knee is on top of your left knee. And your heels are going to come closer to your hips. And you're kind of squeezing your legs together. Now, this is interesting. It's a brahmacharya. This is called a brahmacharya also, right? Because the inner thighs are squeezing together, so that would be considered a brahmacharya asana. All right? Because you're controlling the energy from the hips down. Okay? Now, grab your big toes in yogi toe lock, just like we did over and over and over again. Then lift your head and chest, and exhale, fold forward. Bring your chin in front of your right knee. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now, inhale, lift your head and chest up. This is so much fun. You're going to keep a hold of your toes. Anytime I say it's fun, it's fun. All right. Now, on your inhale, start to extend your legs out in front of you. Your right ankle will be on top of the left, and you're going to balance in the Navasana boat seat. Now, think about the way we are and how you're balanced. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. On your inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your left ear. Then exhale, twist and point your left fingertips back toward the wall behind you at the mirrors and look over your left shoulder, balancing in a boat in a twist. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, look forward, bring your left arm alongside your left ear. Exhale, reach out, grab your right big toe with the left hand. Then inhale, bend both your knees, place your hands on the floor. Your feet are off the floor. Keep your feet off the floor. Lift your hips. Give a little rock, give a little roll. Jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. There you go, Emmy. Exhale, downward facing dog. Be creative here. It's okay. I'm not looking. All right. On your inhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands. Then exhale, drop down to your right knee. If you used a blanket, you can use a blanket on the right opposite side. Left knee on the right knee on the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up alongside the ears. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer. Twist over to the left, the right armpit on the outside of the left knee. If you did so on the other side, lift your right leg off the ground, extending your right leg, standing spinal twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, come back to center. Put your hands on the floor. Frame your left foot. Now exhale. Put more weight into your left foot and hands. If your right knee's on the ground, you want to lift that off the ground now. On your inhale, lift your right foot off the ground, extending your left leg. Then exhale, fold forward, walk your hands back so the fingertips are in line with the toes. Standing split. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift your head and chest up as you bend your right knee, open, stack the hips to the right. Then exhale, bring your right knee to the outside of your left foot. Sit down like a curtsy with control. Good for you. On your inhale, lift your right arm up. And then exhale, twist over to the left. Here again, you can always extend the right leg. That's perfectly fine. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. And then exhale, look back at the mirror. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Then exhale, counter twist over to the right, but don't lean. Inhale, come back to center and set up for ankle to knee. It's Agni Stambhasana. So move your right shin forward, left shin on top. Any variation you did, you'll extend the other leg. You'll extend the right leg out. So the legs are like a figure four. You can also do that variation that Sally's doing. Flex the feet, lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. On your inhale, lift your head and chest up. Walk your hands back. Now just lift your seat up. Bring your knees together. Squeeze your inner thighs together. This time the left knee's on top of the right. If you need to, set on a blanket because you're going to go into Navasana. I like blanket better for this than block. But you can lift your hips up a little bit by setting on a blanket. Then grab the big toes in Yogi Toe Lock. And with your palms facing forward. And then lift your head and chest. And exhale, fold forward. Bring your chin in front of your left knee. Cow face seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, lift your head and chest. Keep a hold of your big toes. Start to lift and extend your legs. This time your left ankle will be on top of the right. And you'll be balancing with your ankles crossed. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. On your inhale, release your left big toe. Raise your right arm alongside your right ear. Then exhale, twist and look over your right shoulder, balancing. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward. Bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Then exhale, reach out, grab your left big toe. Now your feet are in the air. Release your toes, bend your knees. Put your hands on the floor by your hips. Lift your seat by pressing into your hands. Give a little rock, give a little roll. Be creative. Jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Good. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale, the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, push your seat to your heels, come into a quick child's seat. Okay? From here, a little headstand practice. We're going to put the inversion right here. So if you would like to practice the inversion at the wall, be my guest to go to the wall, I don't mind. Interlace the fingers together. Make one fist with the hands. Tuck the toes under, push the seat to the heels. You can do dolphin if you can do dolphin, where you kind of put your head on the floor but your feet are on the floor, like this. That's because you're still in an inversion. Your heart's above your head. So dolphin is a good option if not going to bring your legs into the air. So interesting enough, when we look at all of these sutras and slokas and things that help us understand the teachings of yoga, over and over and over again, there's an idea about respecting others and not violating others. Ahimsa is a wonderful word. Sometimes it's been translated as into nonviolence. Jason, I don't like that because you got your arms underneath your mat. Put it under the blanket. And then that way your elbows are closer together and you're more stable. Your elbows are too far apart. Ahimsa was never really translated into nonviolence until Gandhi. Before, it was always non-violation. It wasn't even non-harming, because in the tradition that yoga comes out of, there is an understanding that to live a life, there's always some harm that's done. I mean, that's why Jains don't eat root vegetables, because they feel that they're harming the plant to the point that the plant can't reproduce, because you're taking the root. So they don't eat ginger, they don't eat onions, they don't eat garlic, they don't eat carrots, potatoes. Very interesting. So that idea of non-harming, or ahimsa, has multi-layers to it. It's not just one-dimensional. So we could actually take a yama like ahimsa and apply it to time. Am I harming others with my mismanagement of time? Is my boss always yelling at me because I'm late? Is my partner always upset because I'm the last one out of the house? Do my friends not count on me because I'm the one who's always late? And these are just interesting ideas that a yogi would ask themselves. Now, the person not practicing yoga is not going to do this. So Patanjali is only talking to the people who are in this room today. He's not talking to people outside. That's the trick about this whole, yoga becoming so broad and open, and social media, is everybody thinks they're talking to them personally. No, he's only talking to somebody who wants to practice yoga and practice a systematic system of achieving yoga. He's only asking you to think about it. Everybody else, they're not on the party list. Gently bring the knees into the chest, come down, rest in child's seat. And breathe, inhale. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Reach the arms forward, press into the hands, lift the knees up. Come back into downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Stay in cobra. On your inhale, lift your hands off the ground. Exhale, bring your toes to touch, because snakes only have one tail, I swear to God. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, relax. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. Shift the weight from the navel to the pubic, from the pubic bone to the navel. On the inhale, kick the feet into the hands, lift the knees as high as the hips. Dhanurasana, bow seat, or you can come into Shalabhasana. Perfect. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down and relax. Do you ever do that with do we used to do that with a belt? Okay. All right. All right. I'll always help you with a belt if we, yeah, okay. One more time. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, lift up, kicking the feet in the hands. Second time. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale, gently come down, release your feet, rock out the hips. A little of the vinyasa. Bring the hands next to the chest, elbows close to the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale through bent elbows all the way onto the abdomen. Yep. Roll over onto the back. Bend the knees, tickle the heels with the fingertips. Feet are going to be hips width distance apart, parallel. On the inhale, lift the hips to the lower the middle back. Clasp the hands together in a fist underneath you. Or you can hold onto your yoga mat. Or you can hold onto your ankles. All are good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Release your hands, gently come down. Now, from here, you have a choice. You can stay in half bridge. You can even come into a supported half bridge, placing a block underneath the sacrum. If you wish to experience Urdhva Dhanurasana, whatever props you like, I encourage props. Place the hands next to the head, elbows toward the ceiling, fingers toward the shoulders. If you have tight shoulders, the hands can turn out a little bit. On the inhale, press in the hands and feet and lift the body off the floor, extending the arms. Urdhva Dhanurasana or half bridge. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. We're going to do 3 of them, so you can do it with a support. Exhale, 4. Inhale. You can just do this with a support. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. So we always do at least 3 of these. So it takes some time. Okay. Yeah, like put that underneath your sacrum at whatever height you like, and then you can just stay there. You don't have to keep coming up and down, up and down, up and down. All right. Place the hands next to the head. Second time. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Good, Jason. Exhale, 4. That looks so much better. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin in the chest and come down the upper, the middle, of the lower. That's like the first time you haven't used blocks. We got one more to do. Stay there. Don't take that belt off. All right. Place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up, your third and final upward bow. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin into the chest and come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. If you're in half bridge, you can bring the block out from underneath your sacrum. Now bring your knees into your chest. Give your knees a little hug. And here, you can make little circles on the sacrum, rocking left to right, right to left, if that feels good to you. And let's practice eagle's twist today, because it's a little like Gomukhasana. So you're going to extend your legs up toward the sky, soften both your knees, and wrap your right leg in front of the left. See if you can hook your right foot behind your left calf. Then bring both your knees over to the left, and your knees are as high as your belly button. And then extend your right arm out, look over your right shoulder, go root twist or eagle's twist. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Good. Here, let me just move that. Exhale, 2. There you go. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Then inhale, lift the legs back up, unwrap. Then soften the knees. This time the left leg goes in front of the right. The left foot hooks behind the right calf. The knees come over to the right. The left arm extends out, twisting left. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift your legs back up into the air. Unwrap. Extend. Then bend your knees into your chest. Yeah. Give your knees a hug. Keep your knees together. Keep your feet together. reach down with the first 2 fingers and grab your big toes in yogi toe lock again. Yeah. If your knees come apart, that's okay. Then you're just going to bring your knees back together. Then lift your head up and bring your forehead toward your knees. Now we're going to rock forward and rock back. We're going to come into Navasana. You're going to be holding onto your toes though. On your inhale, rock forward. On your exhale, roll back. Inhale, rock forward. Exhale, roll back. Inhale, rock forward. Find your sit bones. Extend your legs out, holding onto your toes. Navasana, holding onto your toes. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Now listen. Exhale, just bend your knees a little bit. Hold onto your toes. Fold forward. Put your heels on the ground. Slide your heels forward. Slide your heels forward, holding onto your toes. Paschimottanasana. A. Holding onto your toes. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. And exhale, hands by the hips, Dandasana, staff seat. All right. Incline plank. Bring your hands behind you about 6 to 8 inches, fingers pointing toward the mirrors. They can turn slightly out if you have tight shoulders. Point your toes like a ballet dancer. On your inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, let your head go back. Look at the windows. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin in the chest and come sit down. Bend the knees. Open up the knees. Bring the feet together in a prayer position. Move the heels closer to the pubic bone. Using your thumbs, open up the soles of the feet like a book. And then exhale, fold forward. You can press your elbows into your calves or your thighs. Baddha Konasana, cobbler seat. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Good. Inhale, lift the head and chest up. Now, you can keep your feet and knees like this and lay on your back in Goddess. That's one option. Option 2, you can go to the wall, bring the legs up the wall in Viparina Karani. Or come into shoulder stand, Salamba Sarvangasana, setting yourself up. If you like props for shoulder stand, you can put a blanket on your mat, fold your mat over. So no inversion, laying on the back Goddess. Half inversion, legs up the wall. Full inversion, shoulder stand. And so when we think about, as yogis, given these yamas that Patanjali's given us to live our life and interact with other beings, not just human beings, but all beings, As yogis, we have to start to self-analyze and start to determine what can we change within so that we can have an awareness of how our actions need to be applied to offer these yamas to other beings. Too many times right now in the modern world, where we blame everything on somebody else. Like that's if somebody has a hard time managing their time, it was the train. It was, the traffic. Today it was the marathon, literally. No, that's true. But that kind of affected the whole room, right? It wasn't just one person being affected. It was a mass of people being affected. So that, we can say, that's probably the truth about that. Most of the time when we're dealing with these reasons why we don't manage our time well, we end up breaking that yama asatya, and we start lying about why we're late. Because it's hard to tell somebody, oh, I was looking at TikTok videos. That's why I'm late. Like, you really sound like kind of a moron if that's the problem. Like, oh, I couldn't get my eyes off TikTok. Why couldn't you? Oh, I can't stop watching the CNN. Oh, I can't shut down my computer because I went down the rabbit hole looking at garbage that I shouldn't be looking at. I wouldn't get off my cell phone. All these kind of things, like these are the kind of things we will lie about, because we're actually, if we lie about our misuse of time, we're embarrassed about how we're using our time. Every once in a while, you find somebody who will just say, I was looking at TikTok videos, and you think, my God, they're shameless. But it doesn't happen too often. All right? So yoga is self-analysis. That's what Sri Brahmananda Saraswati said. He called his version of the Yoga Sutras self-analysis for the yogi. And his interpretation was all about how that svadhyaya, self-study, starts with like studying these really gross components of our personality. And then they move into the more subtle components of our personality. Bring the toes overhead, let the toes touch the floor. If you're in shoulder stand still, clasp the hands together in a fist, extend the arms away from you. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now bend the knees. Bring the knees alongside the ears. Hold on to the back of the knee joints. Karnapidasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now place the hands on the floor away from the shoulders. Come down one vertebrae at a time until the hips touch the floor. If you're in legs up the wall, bend your knees into your chest. Give your knees a little hug. Roll over to the left. And if you're in goddess, you can stay in goddess, or if you want to experience Matsyasana fish with us, come lay down on the back. If you're goddess, you're going to extend the legs. Move your blanket off to the side. Unfold your yoga mat if you had a blanket. Laying on your back, turn your palms to face upward. Puff up your chest. Come onto the top of your head, balancing on your sit bones, your elbows, and the crown of the head. Fish, decompressing the throat after you've been in shoulder stand. This is a nice decompression. Exhale 1, neutralizer. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10. Press into the elbows, bring the chin in the chest, and come down. And let's set up for Shavasana. So you can roll up a blanket, place a blanket underneath the knees. If you'd like to put a bolster underneath the knees, that's terrific too. You can place a blanket on top of you. And you're going to consciously place the body as you lay down. Consciously place the legs, consciously place the torso, the hips, the shoulders, the arms, the head. And from here, allow your breath to breathe the body. You don't have to breathe in any special way anymore. And relax at the pelvic floor, letting go of Mula Bandha, so that you can just allow the body now to become heavy. Shavasana, corpse seat. Gently start to deepen the breath. And by means of the breath, make small movements with the fingers and toes. Stretch the arms overhead. And stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And gently roll over to the right side. Pressing the left palm into the earth, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a very brief meditation practice. So sitting on blocks or blankets, find a seat that you can sustain and be comfortable in. Once you've found that seat, commit to that seat. Close the eyes. And allow the breath to deepen. You don't have to re-employ Ujjayi pranayama, but there should be a breath awareness. Start to draw the senses inward. And as you draw the senses inward, begin to focus the mind, but you need something to focus on. So as you inhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om. And allow the mantra Om to last the duration of the inhale. And as you exhale, silently chant to yourself the mantra Om and allow the mantra of Om to last the full duration of the exhale. Inhaling Om. Exhaling Om. On your own. samasta sukino bhavantu loka samasta sukino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachings that are yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much, and hopefully I'll see some of you at 5:30 for the workshop. I'm going to be there. Don't forget that I am starting next week. I'm away for 7 weeks. Yeah, so I'm going to do the Reiki training with Brent when he's here next week. Julie Jensen's going to sub Sunday. Purnama's going to sub my Saturday classes and Triguna. And then I start the teacher training for the 5-week teacher training and it's 7 weeks because we have Labor Day in there. So I will teach on Labor Day, Memorial Day, whatever that is. I always get those two confused. The summer holidays, I'm like, whatever, yeah. I guess one's morning and the other's beach fun. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. One we're in mourning and one we're like having a party. I'll remember it now, okay.